This is another fly in my sheet foam series, and it's a lot of fun to tie. It's a cricket, and if you hang through to the end, you'll be able to tie the whole fly. It's got some neat parts and some construction details that I think you're going to like. If you hang through to the end of the video, there is a link to the playlist for the other videos in the series, and you can also look in the description. I have a bunch of these series of different flies that you can tie, and I also have some fly fishing content. So thanks for watching. This is the cricket, and it's not that hard to tie, but it looks pretty cool. It's got a foam body and foam leg segments with some rubber legs and a hot spot and some deer hair for the wing. And here's how we tie it. Here we go. So I've got a piece of sheet foam, and I just take my desk scissors, cut off a strip. So the cricket's body is going to be about 1 inch long. So I'm going to just go one, measure up the other one, 2, gives me that. Legs, I'm going to go about 3/4 of that. So we get one of those, and copy that one. And there's that. Alright, so I need that last piece. So there's the leg pieces. So the body pieces are just going to be like this. Put them together so they match. Take curved scissors and make a cut right up like that. And then to the front, I'm going to go out like this and curve it a little at the top. So there's that piece. That's going to be the body. And the legs are going to be about like this. We're going to take the curved scissors and round the back part. And then to the front part, we're going to kind of go like this. We're going to go in a little bit, and then up at an angle, and do the other way. At an angle, and I get 2 of those. So there's the legs. We are ready to start making this. Okay, so you need a big hook. So I got a number 8 dry fly hook, pretty wide gap. And when we make the fly, we got to pay attention that we're not filling up the hook gap, so it's not going to work if you hit a fish. So the first thing, I want to start my thread. Buzz that down to the back. Doesn't have to be perfect. We just want a tight thread base so we can tie on top of it. And bring it back to here. Come back up. Right about to there. Just snip that off. Boom. Take our body pieces and put them on either side of the hook, but keep them up so you got the hook gap, like that. Tie the front section in, bind that whole thing down good and tight. About like that. Then go in between the 2 pieces. And we're going to make 2 body segments. So this will be the first one. So that's going to go about here. Tie that down, doesn't have to be super tight. And go in between them again. Make another segment. And with foam, you gotta kind of get used to how much you can pull on it without breaking your thread or cutting into the foam. So there's those two. And take the hook and put it upside down in the vise. And we're gonna go up in between and make another one. Some nice wraps. And go up in between. Make another one. And we got our segments. So on that one, I'm just going to whip finish it. So just whip finish that. And I'll trim that off. Okay. I'm going to take and put just a little really fine line. And you can use head cement or you can use cure. I'm going to use the UV cure. Just kind of get a drop of it and drag it through there. Hit that with the light. Okay. And flip this guy back up. And start our thread again. Okay, so for our legs, on each one, I'm going to take a bodkin, poke a hole in it, kind of at a downward angle so it comes out a little lower on the opposite side. Do that for each leg. I'm going to take, this thing has got something to do with braces and flossing or whatever. It's a threader for floss, but I use them for fly tying all the time. So I'm just going to take that and stick that through. Grab two rubber legs. Cut those off. And we'll get one in this guy. It's Just put a little bit of it in, pull that down, and just kind of pull your rubber leg through. And from there, I'm going to take the rubber leg, tie an overhand knot. I want to leave both ends kind of long. So there's my overhand knot. And we'll get that about like that, and we're going to leave it long. So do the other one. Our threader guy. Down through the hole. In goes the rubber leg. Just get a little bit so I got enough just to pull it through. And I'll just adjust it up. A bit more. Make a knot. Tie it down. And that guy tied down. Okay. So this guy's going to go on this side. I leave that rubber leg long. And I make sure I got the knot so it's going to hang down. We'll tie this side in. So I got that little square in the front to tie it in with. That guy down. Bring it up a little bit. And we're going to do the other side. Good and tight. Line it all down. These I'm going to cut off. The other ones we'll take care of later. Next step, a little bit of deer hair. It's our only natural material for this whole fly. And I'll get a chunk of that, cut it off. Grab our hair stacker. And get that all going. So don't use too much of the deer hair because it gets to be difficult to tie in because it wants to roll around the hook and we don't want that. Then we have problems. Don't want problems. So there's our deer hair. Just gonna hold that. Tie that in. Put that in good and tight. Trim it off. And we just want to get that whole thing tied down tight. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's all going to be buried. So I'll just get that. That's going good. Back up onto there. So remember I said you got to save this piece. So for that I'm going to fold it over in half. And I kind of go in with the scissors. poke them in and clip it like that. So now I've made a hole. That's going to slide up over the hook eye. I'll make sure the hook eye's out so I can get at it. About like that. And I'm going to tie the back end in. Get it down tight. And I'm going to bring that bottom end in. Get that down. Same spot. Good and tight. Okay. Right, now we're getting somewhere. So to that, we need just one more rubber leg. Grab that. So I'm going to go there. A couple of wraps. Turn it up, loop it around. Get it in the same spot. Couple wraps. Now we got to do some cleanup work. So we're going to go about like that. About like that. And the back ones, I like them to hang down a little bit. Give a little adjustment. So, there we go. There's one more piece. Getting ahead of myself. Put a hot spot on it, so I grab some trilobal dubbing. And I'm going to stack it up. Okay, top side we can trim. So I'm just going to take that on the top, make a wrap, and I'm going to just pull it back a little bit. And a couple of wraps, get that down tight. Now we whip finish it. And just a little UV cure. Now let's trim the hot spot. So there's our hot spot. And I'm just going to go around that thread with UV cure. Hit it with the light. And that's it. It's a fun fly. I really like it.